Hello, my friends. Assalamu alaikum. Let's study a topic titled The Smallest Thing from Dr. Gary Miller's book, The Amazing Quran. So let's begin. Dr. Gary Miller writes, many centuries before the onset of Muhammad's prophethood, there was a well-known theory of atomism advanced by the Greek philosopher Democritus. He and the people who came after him assumed that matter consists of tiny, indestructible, indivisible particles called atoms. The Arabs too used to deal in the same concept. In fact, the Arabic word dharra commonly referred to the smallest particle known to man. Now, modern science has discovered that this smallest unit of matter, that is, the atom, which has all of the same properties as its element, can be split into its component parts. This is a new idea, a development of the last century. Yet, interestingly enough, this information had already been documented in the Quran in chapter 34, verse 3, which states, He, the Allah, is aware of an atom's weight in the heavens and on the earth, and even anything smaller than that. Undoubtedly, 14 centuries ago, that statement would have looked unusual even to an Arab. For him, the dharra was the smallest thing there was. Indeed, this is proof that the Quran is not outdated. My friends, with this the story ends. Now, let's look at the lessons of the story. My friends, the story highlights the following points. Number 1. At the time of revelation, the concept of dharra, that is, the smallest particle, in Urdu we call it zarra, reflected the scientific understanding of that time. However, the Quran went beyond this knowledge, mentioning that there is something even smaller than an atom, a fact only confirmed by modern science centuries later. Lesson number 2. Unlike human-made theories that evolve or are disproven, the Quran's statements align with scientific discoveries as human knowledge progresses. This demonstrates that its source is divine and not bound by human limitations. Lesson number 3. The mention of something smaller than an atom in the Quran shows that Allah's knowledge encompasses realities that humans have only recently come to understand. This underlines the idea that the Quran provides guidance and knowledge far beyond human imagination. Lesson number 4. Even in matters of science, the Quran remains relevant and ahead of its time. This story demonstrates that the Quran's insights are eternal, addressing both spiritual guidance and scientific facts. My friends, in closing, I would say that the Quran's mention of atoms and things smaller than them, centuries before modern science discovered subatomic particles, is a clear sign of its divine origin. This story serves as a reminder of the Quran's timeless wisdom, proving that it is a book of guidance for all generations, encompassing truths far beyond human capacity at the time of its revelation. Thank you for listening, my friends. Assalamu alaikum.